kind of cool tourist attraction, you know? What is this, like a little play? There's really good actors here.
On this day, I go to Sovngarde.
What's that, plastic? I'm the guy.
What do you need?
Our mutual friend sent me.
Really?
Yeah.
You're who she picked?
Yeah.
I hope she knows what she's doing.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Here's the deal. I can smuggle some equipment into the embassy for you. Don't plan on bringing anything else in with you. The Thalmor takes security very seriously. Give me what you can't live without, and I'll make sure to get it into the embassy. The rest is up to you.
We see Agatos. You chose me. Alright, here's what I'll need.
Okay, I'll get this inside the embassy for you. I've got to go. I'll find you at the party. Don't worry.
Now we go down to the... Oh, I'm naked.
Your
Yeah,
job
my
is to
arrows
get into
out.
the party without being fingered as a spy. I'll take care of the rest.
Yeah, I don't stick out. Dark elf running through the streets naked, middle of the night, get into the Thalmor Embassy.
Have you given Malborn the gear you want to smuggle into the embassy?
We're ready.
Good. I have your invitation to the party. But the only way you're going to get past the guards is if they really believe you're an invited guest. Which means you need to look the part and not be armed to the teeth. Here, put this on. When you're ready, I'll keep the rest of your gear safe until you get back. You'll only have what Malborn smuggled in for you, plus whatever you can pick up inside. You can't go to a party at the Thalmor Embassy dressed like that.
Why not? What's wrong with my outfit, huh? You judging? Huh? Is it because I'm a dark?
You can't go
dark
to a
elf?
party at the Thalmor Embassy dressed like that. I guess that will have to do. You should pass for a real guest, at least until you open your mouth.
Oh, okay,
Ready to
wow.
board the carriage to the embassy?
Insults, I see. Hey, how's your career in the Blades doing? Huh?
Don't worry, it will all be waiting for you when you get back. Just make sure you get back out of there alive with the information we need. Good luck.
So I can keep my arrows. Nobody cares about that.
Ah, a fellow latecomer to Ellenwood's little soiree.
Yes.
And arriving by carriage, no less. I salute you, sir.
Nice
My
to
lateness is due more to getting lost on the way up.
You
than
out here
Scott's
talking to
persuaded
people?
Any desire
Party's
to actually
inside.
arrive late. I prefer to arrive early, often the day before the party, so as not to miss out.
Welcome to the Thalmor Embassy. Your invitation, please.
There's not enough
Thank you, sir. Go right in.
Here's my invitation.
Yep.
I don't have a poisoned dagger strapped to my thigh, etc., etc.
I'm just doing my duty, sir. Everything's in order. Welcome back, sir.
Are you Ellenwood? Yep.
Welcome. I don't believe we've met. I am Ellenwyn, the Thalmor Ambassador to Skyrim. And you are?
I'm Batman. My name is Righlon. Pleased to meet you.
Ah, yes. I remember your name from the guest list. Please,
Madam
tell me more
Ambassador, I
about
am
yourself.
so sorry
What
to
brings you to this... to Skyrim? What is it, Malborn?
It's
Okay,
just
good.
that we've run out of the
You
Alto
don't want
wine.
to tell me, we're sneaking across
Do
the
I
border.
have your permission to uncork the
Of
Orinthia
course.
Red?
I've told you before not
Hello,
to
guy I
bother
don't
me with
know.
such trifles.
Yes, Madam Ambassador.
My apologies. We'll have to get better acquainted later. Please, enjoy yourself.
Oh, yeah.
What can I get for you?
Another
You
person
made it.
I don't know.
What can I get for you, sir?
Like a drink.
Here you go, sir. The finest Colovian brandy. Is there anything else I can get for you?
I want another drink.
We seem to have run out of Colovian brandy. I'll check in the wine cellar for more when I get a moment. Of course. Let me see if we have another bottle of that. I'll be waiting by the door for everyone to be distracted.
Okay, bye, person I don't know.
What does a fellow need to do to get a drink around here?
So you're on a drink. Maybe cause a distraction.
It's a necessary part of my job to mix with the upper classes of Skyrim, such as they are.
What brings you to this party?
There are those in the Empire who would wish to evade their obligations to help root out the Talos heresy. Fortunately, those most opposed to the Emperor's wise policy have now branded themselves traitors as well as heretics. I am here to remind the ruling classes of Skyrim that their loyalty to the Emperor requires cooperation with the Thalmor.
Oh. Mm-hmm. A little bit of a dictatorship kind of feel to that, what he just said. You.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm on duty.
Well then. I can't wait to see Thalmor blood spread all over
Ellenwen
these
always
walls and
throws
floor.
quite a party. I never miss one if I can help it.
Yep. Hey, Maven.
I don't recall seeing you at one of these before, and I know everyone who's anyone in Skyrim.
I'm the Dragonborn, so I'd have to disprove that. What's your relationship with the Thalmor?
We have a relationship of mutual respect. I care little about the politics and rivalries between the Thalmor and the Empire. But I do respect power, and the Thalmor have that. They leave me alone, and I leave them alone.
What brings you to this party?
To maintain relationships. By the way, I don't know who you are, but unless you want me to blow your cover, I'd advise that you avoid me for the rest of the party.
What are you talking about?
Until next time.
Okay. You can use this for healings. We're stealing all the sweet rolls this place got.
What can I get for you? I'm sorry, but I think you've had enough for the moment.
I haven't had any. Wow.
Good day.
It's only a matter of time before your whole rotten empire collapses of its own decay. No offense.
One time before your throat meets my blade. Can there truly be peace between the Thalmor and the Emperor and the Empire? No, no. Thalmor need to go.
There is peace now, and that peace will continue for as long as it suits our
There's a
needs.
civil war in the country.
But make no mistake, this is not a peace forged out of necessity between rival nations of equal strength. It is more like the calm between storms, and the next storm, I think, will be far deadlier than the last.
Yeah, it's the Dragonborn storm. Coming to kill you and all your little Thalmor puppets.
I lead the Justiciars. We are charged with enforcing the ban on Talos worship. Nords can be quite stubborn. They're slow to change their ways, and we find more heretics every day.
Right.
But mark me well. I will purge the heresy from this land as surely as the flame burns the flesh from the bone.
I bet.
All right, then.
Well, you can put that flame out, you know that, right?
I'm so glad you could attend
Be gone
today.
permanently.
Please, help yourself to more wine.
Do you host these parties all
Quite often, yes. The only thing I enjoy more than luxury is sharing that luxury with those who can appreciate it. But I also enjoy learning the latest gossip and hearing the most intriguing rumors.
You're that type, I see. You know how that one guy was saying there's peace whenever the Thalmor basically caused a civil war in Skyrim between the Imperials and the Stormcloaks because they forced the Empire to sign that White Gold Concordat? And that's basically what the Stormcloaks are pretty much rebelling over. I can see you spare no expense.
Of course not. One does not gather the most important men and women of Skyrim and then serve them cheap ale and stale bread. This is only a taste of the benefits that accrue to those that align themselves with Thalmor interests.
What does your position as Thalmor Ambassador involve?
One of my main duties is to foster a better understanding between the Aldmeri Dominion and the people of Skyrim. I also oversee the activities of the Thalmor Justiciars throughout Skyrim, although this has been most unfortunately disrupted by the war.
I never quite understand what the Justiciars do. What's your position on the Civil War?
As long as the Empire continues to uphold its treaty obligations, my government does not concern itself with the internal politics of Skyrim.
Right.
Do enjoy yourself.
I hope you're enjoying. These parties are a great way to earn a little extra money.
I trust that this is just the beginning of a long and mutual...
The Great War is long past. It's time the Empire and the Aldmeri Dominion put aside their differences. Prosperity is good for everyone.
brings you to this party?
You must be new to Skyrim, or you'd already know who I am. I have a stake in most anything of importance in Solitude. I feel that it's time to put aside the grievances of the past and let peace and prosperity flourish between the Empire and the Aldmeri Dominion. I try to do my little part. Besides, just between you and me, it's making me pots of money.
You sound like quite the businessman.
But not every Nord is obsessed with strength, honor, and skill at arms. A rare few are born with a gift for making money. My investments are my strength, and my wealth is my weapon. As for honor, well, there are some luxuries even I can't afford. Very well, then.
Talk to pretty much everybody.
There's a likely-looking filly, even if she is an elf. You there,
I hope
serving
you're
girl.
enjoying yourself, sir.
What's your name, dear?
Right.
Brayla, sir. Do you need a drink? Something to eat?
Okay.
No,
That's the
that's
Jarl.
not what I'm...
Morthal.
If your eyes and your ears are open, and your mind is free of judgment and expectation, you might learn much in this chamber.
I'm very...
Having a good time?
Fair faces and fine food are well and good, but honesty is rarely so pleasing.
Oh, not at the moment.
Do you visit the embassy often?
There are words spoken and words unspoken. Beware these, Thalmor,
Yes, sir.
for they are adept in both languages. For this reason, I avoid them when I can.
Okay.
May wisdom light your path.
So she knows a little bit about the shittiness of the Thalmor. It's looking like the only distraction we can have is from this drunk guy.
What does a fellow need to do to get a drink around here?
What brings you to this party?
You must be new around here. Bad manners to ask such a direct question at one of Elenwyn's little soirees. But I have nothing to hide. I'm in from the south on business. And if you want to do business in Tamriel these days, well, you'd better get used to cozying up to the Thalmor, like it or not.
Here, I brought you a drink.
Ah, the one generous soul amongst a gathering of pinch pennies and lick spittles.
Yes.
If there's anything I can ever do for you, do not hesitate to call upon me.
I can smell the wine on his breath. Actually, there is something you could do for me.
Wonderful. I can begin to repay your generosity immediately. Say on, friend.
So am I gonna ask him to cause a scene right in front of a Thalmor soldier right there? I need you to cause a scene. Get everyone's attention for a few minutes.
Is that all? My friend, you've come to the right person. You could say that causing a scene is somewhat of a specialty of mine.
Oh, yeah.
Stand back and behold my handiwork.
Go ahead.
Attention, everyone. Could I have your attention, please? I have an announcement to make. I propose a toast to Elenwyn, our mistress.
What are you
I speak
doing?
figuratively, of course. Nothing could be more unlikely than that someone would actually want her in their bed.
Oh.
Although, most of you are already in bed with her. But again, I speak figuratively, of course. Fine, fine. Get your hands off me.
Okay.
I'll be a good boy now.
Okay.
Let's go. Before anyone notices us.
Lords, would we?
Huh.
Someone bring me a drink, quick.
So far, so good. Let's hope nobody saw us slip out. We need
Yes,
to pass
there's
through the
definitely
kitchen.
not somebody
Your
right
gear
there.
is hidden in the larder. Just stay close and let me do any talking. Got it? Follow me.
Who comes, Malburn? You know I don't like strange smells in my kitchen.
A guest feeling
you
ill.
trying to say?
Leave the poor wretch be.
A guest? In the kitchens? You know this is against the rules.
Rules, is it, Savani? I didn't realize that eating moon sugar was permitted. Perhaps I should ask the ambassador.
Get out of here.
Roasted.
I saw nothing.
Your gear is in that chest. I'll lock the door behind. Don't screw this up.
When do I ever screw anything up? My blade sword? steel sword. Let's get my armor on.
I need to lock the door behind you, or the patrols might notice something's wrong.
It's time to have some fun.
Did you see those robes
You're on your own
this
now.
morning? Who are they with? More of the emissary's treaty enforcement.
Do your work!
Fly, hell fly. Yeah. There's very things that please me more in this game. I've seen Thalmor fall with my blade. I hear no.
You are but a dog, and I am your master.
Scare tactic. Don't take those steel arrows, please. This
I'll see you burn.
I hear more of them, but don't see any.
Expenses you
We don't get
silence.
one of these
Do not
dogs.
presume, sir. You are most useful, but do not presume. We have other informants who are less.
Here is a king on the way.
You're dead. That's your best.
Enough!
Who's? End your miserable life. I'll see you burn.
They have a book on Ulfric and Delphine. It's a little creepy. Alright, let's check this out. Okay. Status: active capture or kill, high priority. Missionary level approval. Description: female, Breton, mid-50s. Background: Delphine was a high priority target during the First War for both operational and political reasons. She was directly involved in several of the most damaging operations carried out by the Blades within the Dominion. She has been identified and was slated for the additional purge, but by bad luck was recalled to Cyrodiil just before the outbreak of hostilities. During the war, she evaded 3 attempts on her life, and one killing an entire assassination team. Since then, we have only indirect evidence of her movements, as she has proven extremely alert to our surveillance. She should be considered very dangerous, and no move against her should be made without overwhelming force and the most careful preparation. Operational notes: she is believed to be working actively against us within Skyrim, although we have no location on her. Assumed to be working alone, as no other Blades are known to be active in Skyrim, and she has in the past avoided contact with other fugitive Blades for her own security. One of the reasons she has evaded elimination. She continued existence and an affront to all of us. Astray. Information on her whereabouts or activity should be immediately forwarded to the 3rd Missionary. And here's one on Ulfric. See how long this one is. Ooh, it's a little lengthy. Okay. Status asset. Uncooperative. Dormant. Missionary level approval. Description: Jarl of Windhelm, leader of Stormcloak Rebellion, Imperial Legion veteran. I did not know that. Background: Ulfric first came to our attention during the First War against the Empire, when he was taken as a prisoner of war during the campaign for the White Gold Tower. Under interrogation, we learned of his potential value, son of the Jarl of Windhelm, and he is assigned an asset to the interrogator, who is now first missionary Elenwen. He was made to believe information obtained during his interrogation was crucial in the capture of the Imperial City. The city had in fact first fallen before he had broken, and then allowed to escape. After the war, contact was established, and he was proven his worth as an asset. The so-called Marthkarth incident was particularly vulnerable from the point of view of our strategic goals in Skyrim. Although it resulted in Ulfric becoming generally uncooperative to direct contact. Operational notes: direct contact remains a possibility under extreme circumstances, but in general the asset should be considered dormant. As long as the civil war proceeds in the current indecisive fashion, we should remain hands off. The incident of Helgen is an example where an exception had to be made. Obviously, Ulfric's death would have dramatically increased the chance of an Imperial victory, and this harmed our overall position in Skyrim. Note the coincidental intervention of the dragon at Helgen is still under scrutiny. The obvious conclusion is whoever is behind the dragons also has an interest in the continuation of the war, but we should not assume therefore that their goals align with ours. A Stormcloak victory is also to be avoided. However, so even indirect aid to the Stormcloaks must be carefully managed. Wow. So basically, Ulfric is kind of, I'd say, indirectly supporting the Thalmor while also opposing them. It's looking like his death would help strengthen the Empire, as now the Empire wouldn't have to worry about fighting the Stormcloaks, and they could focus solely on fighting the Thalmor. And if they would do that, then Thalmor would have a threat in the Empire. If the Stormcloaks win, then that means that the Thalmor will no longer have power in Skyrim. So it's kind of a win-lose, lose-win situation in both cases. And it also looks like they have no idea who's behind the dragons returning. First, a missionary Elenwen. We anticipate a breakthrough in our efforts to uncover the party or power behind the dragon resurrection phenomenon. An informant has identified a possible lead whom we have brought back to the embassy for a full interrogation. The subject is obstinate, but by all indications holding back the information we seek. I have authorized intermediate manual uncoiling. I do not expect more would be necessary unless you feel time presses. I know you prefer to be the president of the final questioning. I will inform you immediately when the subject is fully receptive. 2 days should tell the tale. In the meantime, if you wish to audit our technique, your expertise is welcome. As always, I have placed the prisoner in the cell closest to your office stairs for your convenience. Signed, Righlon, 3rd Missionary. Pretty sure that's the guy we just killed. Now we're gonna take a little look around here. I think it would be best if the Empire were to win the Civil War, because the Empire overall is stronger than what the Stormcloaks are, and they have a better chance of being able to defeat the Thalmor. But if the Stormcloaks win, they'd be more likely to drive the Thalmor out of Skyrim. And if they're out of Skyrim, then it's pretty much all the Stormcloaks really want. It's the Thalmor to leave them alone. Maybe that would happen.
Behold the future! Behold the Thalmor!
Esper. That's this guy in the cell, I believe. No, it's not. Atini Rarnus.
I told you. I don't know anything else about it.
I'd like to hear it all one more time.
Fine. Whatever you want. Can't you just kill me and get it over with? There's this old man. I've seen him around Riften. I don't know where he lives. I don't know his name. Yes, he matches the description of this Esbern guy you're looking for. Maybe it's him, maybe it isn't. That's all I know, okay? Why don't you just kill me already? What? Who? What do you want then? Yeah, sure. Okay. Come on, this way. I've seen the guards use it to get rid of bodies. It must lead somewhere.
I'm gonna try and save it here. So I'm gonna try and sneak up on him, or I'm gonna try and save Malburn here.
Never mind.
Let's get out.
Silence, traitor. Never should have come here. Move slowly.
Now the Thalmor will be hunting me for the rest of my life. I hope it was worth it. I should have known this would end badly. I can't believe I let Delphine talk me into this.
We saved your life, dude. Okay, that's the way out. I'm pretty sure this is the way we came. Oh no. Alright, we don't get out of here. This guy right here. If he makes it out of this little...
Hey, watch out!
These skill. You'll see him.
Is someone there?
Shout.
Stand now!
We're just gonna get out of here. Come on, man, what don't you dare do it. I swear if he's dead. Yep. Come on. Just get it.
Never should have come here.
Do your work! Impossible! Guess it's all clear now.
Over here!
Thought I heard
See you in pieces.
Yes. Okay, we got him out alive, finally. He's running. Quit running.
Let's get out of here for pity's sake.
Alright. Alright, I'm just gonna get out of here. We're gonna go to Riverwood. I would go back to that Troy, start fighting it, and I went back to my save back in that dungeon and had to kill this Thalmor again and had to get him in alive.
You made it out alive, at least. Your gear's safe in my room, as promised. Did you learn anything useful?
Yeah, they ain't nothing about the
Really?
dragons.
That seems hard to believe. You're sure about that? Esbern? He's alive? I thought the Thalmor must have got him years ago. That crazy old man. Figures the Thalmor would be on his trail, though, if they were trying to find out what's going on with the dragons.
What the Thalmor want with Esbern?
You mean aside from wanting to kill every blade they can lay their hands on? Esbern was one of the Blade's archivists, back before the Thalmor smashed us during the Great War. He knew everything about the ancient dragon lore of the Blades. Obsessed with it, really. Nobody paid much attention back then. I guess he wasn't as crazy as we all thought.
So the Thalmor think the Blades know about the dragons.
Ironic, right? The old enemies assume that every calamity must be a plot by the other side. Even so, we've got to find Esbern before they do. He'll know how to stop the dragons, if anybody does. Do they know where he is?
They seem to think he's hiding out in Riften.
Riften, eh? Probably down in the Ratway, then. It's where I'd go. You'd better get to Riften. Talk to Brynjolf. He's well-connected. A good starting point, at least.
Yeah.
Oh, and when you find Esbern, if you think I'm paranoid, you may have some trouble getting him to trust you. Just ask him where he was on the 30th of Frostfall. You'll know what it means.
Best. Do I have to hide to get my stolen jewels back? My soul gems? Just to be safe. Alright, well this is gonna be it for this episode. This is gonna be Righlon signing off.